Hey, what's happening YouTube? It's Darren, the bow tie fragrance guy, and I love looking good and smelling amazing. Today I want to do another installment of a series that I started here called My Top 5, where I go through the top 5 fragrances that I've chosen from a particular house. Today we're going to be doing my top 5 from the house of Parfums De Marly, a niche house that I've really come to enjoy the offering from this house. So if you want to find out what my top 5 fragrances were from the house of Parfums De Marly, stay tuned. So guys, we are back, and as I said, we're going to talk about the top 5 fragrances that I like from the house of Parfums De Marly. King Louis XV was a lover of fine fragrances and a lover of horses. He frequently attended horse races, and to kind of pay homage to his love for fragrances and horses, here we have the house of Parfums De Marly. This house originally started in the 1700s, and these fragrances were not readily available to us until around the year of 2009. And since that time, over the last 9 years or so, we have been enjoying fragrances from this house because they have some really beautiful, unique offerings that come from the house of Parfums De Marly. So I've tried to do this and narrow down the top 5 fragrances that I enjoy from this house. It was really close. If I had to say my favorite fragrance from this house was a 10, then my fifth choice was probably around a 9. So that's how close these fragrances are to me and how much I really enjoy fragrances 1 through 5. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. The first one that I've chosen, which would actually be number 5, is none other than Pegasus. Now this particular fragrance, I enjoy it. It is a very sweet fragrance. Definitely the most unisex of all the offerings that I've actually put my nose on from this house. But I really enjoy it. It has a bitter almond note. It has vanilla, sandalwood, and heliotrope. A little bit of bergamot on the top. Just a very beautiful fragrance. This is a good one I can wear from this house in the spring and fall. But I really enjoy how it opens up kind of with a fleeting bergamot, a little bit of citrus on the top, but the star player in this is definitely the almond and the vanilla. So number 5 is Pegasus. The next one that I want to talk about, I guess this will be number 4, is a gourmand lover's dream. And this is none other than the beautiful, delectable, delicious Oajan. In a previous video, I described this fragrance as being my apple pie fragrance. I have another fragrance in my collection that's on the designer side, which was 1 Million Privé. This reminds me of 1 Million Privé, but of course on another level. This has honey, cinnamon, vanilla, tonka bean. Again, a gourmand lover's dream. Number 4, oh my goodness, is Oajan. The third fragrance that I've chosen is my newest acquisition to my Parfums De Marly collection, and this is none other than the beautiful Carlisle. Now, what I like about Carlisle is a lot of the fragrances that I like from Parfums De Marly. This seems to kind of remind me of a couple of those fragrances kind of infused into one bottle. I'm talking about fragrances like Hampton, Leighton, Harry. I think this fragrance borrows elements from all those aforementioned fragrances, and again is blended to perfection in one bottle. I really enjoy this one as well. It has green apple, which I could say I guess kind of is blended from Leighton. It has patchouli in it. It has rose. Just a gorgeous fragrance, guys. If you haven't put your nose on this one, this is one you need to check out. This is number 3, Carlisle. The number 2 fragrance is probably the most recognizable fragrance from the house, and this is none other than Harriet. This is a cinnamon tobacco fragrance, and when I smell this one, I get the same reaction every time. I react that way, people around me react that way. My favorite tobacco fragrance is definitely one of my top tobacco fragrances in my collection. Number 2 is Harrod. The number 1 fragrance that I've chosen from the house of Parfums De Marly, and I hate to really be anticlimactic here. I'm pretty sure if you've paid attention to the previous fragrances that I've included on this list, you probably know what number 1 is because I haven't talked about it yet, right? So on 3, everybody, we're going to say this together. The number 1 fragrance from the house of Parfums De Marly, 1, 2, 3, is Layton. This one has been described by some other people as being a designer niche fragrance. I don't really agree with that particular sentiment. I guess when they say a designer fragrance is because it has a mass appeal to it, but I haven't smelled any designer fragrances that smell anything like Layton. Oh man, this one has vanilla, it has sandalwood, it has green apple, it has mandarin orange. This is a beautiful fragrance right here. Definitely by far my most complimented fragrance and the one I've worn the most. And that's why it has been coined my number 1 fragrance from the house of Parfums De Marly. This is none other than the beautiful, the most complimented, the delectable Layton. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another video from the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share out my videos. Now, why would you do that? Because I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. Although I'm not wearing one today. But I love to look good, and I love to smell amazing. So guys, until next time, keep looking good, and keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace. Yeah, boy.